So let's understand the current solution. Okay. So we will understand the deferral deferral concept. Okay. Now what is the deferral concept? We will understand. Okay. It is the concept. It is the concept which enables the entity not to record the transaction. Okay. Not to record the transaction even if cash has been paid or received in in current financial year. Okay, we will understand it through an example. Let's say suppose there is a Mr. A, okay, and here is Mr. B. Now what happens? Mr. A is dealing in business of foods and beverages, okay, selling foods, restaurant services basically. So Mr. A pays the uh, so Mr. A is dealing in restaurant services. Okay. Now what happens? Mr. B pays the amount in advance for the delivery of foods and beverages. Okay. Mr. B paid the amount in advance for delivery of goods and services to Mr. B. Okay. Now what happens? Let's say suppose the payment has been done in financial year 1, but the delivery has to be made in financial year 2. Okay, the following year. Now that receipt of income will not be reportable in current financial year, that is financial year 1. So what is the crux of deferral concept? That Mr. A, even if the amount has been received in current year in advance, okay, for delivery of goods and services in future year, even then the amount will not be reportable in current financial year. It will not be reportable in current financial year. So this is the example 1. Now let's come to our example 2. That let's say suppose there is Mr. A again and there is Mr. C. Okay. Now what happens? Mr. A has paid some amount for purchase of raw material. Okay. Paid amount paid amount in advance. Okay. Now what happens? So Mr. C says that okay, I have received the advance amount, but I will deliver the raw material in financial year 2, next financial year. Okay, it financial year 2 means next financial year fall. Okay, so raw material for raw material delivery. Okay, Now, even when Mr. A has paid the amount for raw material purchase in advance in financial year, the amount will not be reportable in financial year 1 because it does not relate to financial year 1 actually. It actually relates to financial year 2. Okay, so that concept will be known as deferral concept. Okay, so the question has asked us which of the following methodology has been termed as. Okay, so our correct choice, so our correct choice is deferral. Okay, that is choice B. Okay, so you can jot down sheet number 1 and sheet number 2 onto your notebook for future reference. However, we have derived our solution, that is choice B. Okay, thank you.